Welcome one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and it is good. That's good. I missed that. That's nice to hear. It's good to be back. I missed everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Today is January 6th, which, of course, is the Feast of the Epiphany. When the three wise men, say it with me, Balthazar, Gaspar, and Melchior, followed a star to Bethlehem, then stormed the manger and stole Mary's podium. What else? Oh, yeah, today, Donald Trump's electoral victory was certified by Congress. Yes, I used to feel things too. And the striking thing about this time was how normal it was again. There was no riot. No one broke a window with their beard. In fact, the whole process took only 30 minutes. Yeah, democracy shouldn't take longer than it takes Rachel Ray to make a meal. Peaceful transfer of power? Yummo. Now, if you had come up to me 4 years ago and said to my face that one day Donald Trump would be certified for a second term, I would have said, 6 feet away, please, social distancing. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go Lysol my banana and bang a pot for nurses. I'm not sure, what there is to say about January 6th at this point. We all saw what happened. Trump lost. He said he didn't. A bunch of cowardly Republicans backed him up. They all whipped up a mob which stormed the Capitol and beat police with flagpoles, trying to overturn our democracy. This launched the largest criminal investigation in our nation's history. Nearly 1,600 of the rioters faced judicial inquiry, 1,000 of which have already been to trial or pleaded guilty. Out of all of them, 2 have been acquitted. The results are in. It was bad. Or as Trump would call it,
that was a day of love.
Yes. Yes, on January 6th, love was in the air. Also, bear spray. And by reinstalling Donald Trump, we are stepping right through the Orwellian looking glass. With Trump, hate is love, violence is peace, nugget is food. Now, while most Americans exist in something called, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, reality, Trump's total whitewashing of the insurrection has convinced his base that the coup was no big whoop. For example, in a Washington Post poll, 55% of voters said the January 6th riot was an attack on democracy, but 43% said too much has been made of it, and 28% of voters said the events of January 6th were equally peaceful and violent. That makes no sense. Officer, I'm violent and peaceful. Yes, I stabbed him 20 times, but in my defense, I pulled the knife out 19 times. Okay? Murder saved his life. Die, die, die. Live, live, live. Now, during this transition period we're in right now, Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, who's the leader of the Democrats right now, are taking the high road, but keeping their eye on the Democratic prize. Unfortunately, he phrased it this way.
We will fight hard to defend the freedom of opportunity that makes the American dream possible. We will fight hard for the freedom to vote.
Don't you dare correct yourself. You were right the first time. You gotta fart hard. So hard for the freedom to vote. That's why they give it those stickers on Election Day that say, I tooted. But I'll tell you, you got to be careful, because on January 6th especially, if you fart for freedom too hard, you could end up with...
the poo-poo.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. 4 years of jokes out of that quote. Yeah. 4 years. The electoral certification wasn't the only big news from D.C. today, because this afternoon, Washington, D.C. hit by winter snowstorm. That headline again, hell freezes over. The weather is disrupting travel everywhere. More than 3,000 flights have been canceled or delayed, and Amtrak announced over 40 trains were canceled. And Amtrak only cancels trains for very good reasons, like they feel like it. Now, Now, if you're caught up in a storm and want a name to shake your fist at, turns out the folks are calling it Winter Storm Blair. Winter Storm because of the freezing conditions, and Blair because the storm bullied you in grade school for being poor. Now, to be clear, that name is totally made up. The National Weather Service does not officially name winter storms. Winter Storm Blair was named by the Weather Channel. Okay, fine, but you're a TV network. If you're gonna name things, don't miss out on an opportunity for sponsorship. Nearly 3 million people are without power today as plunging temperatures endanger lives, all thanks to the Yoplait Go-Gurt blizzard. Yes. From the Weather Channel to all those affected, you are in our thoughts, our prayers, our squeezes, and our slurps. Speaking of snow, there's news from Canada. Today, Justin Trudeau announced he will resign as Prime Minister. This is going to have massive repercussions. Do you realize with the loss of Trudeau, the hottest G7 leader is now Olaf Scholz? Well, hello there, Fraulein. Would you like Herr Scholz to take it all off? In his resignation speech today, Trudeau said he was leaving reluctantly.
I'm a fighter. Every bone in my body has always told me to fight because I care deeply.
Except for this bone right here. This is my quitting bone. What's that? What's that? Try one of those Viking river cruises. Good idea, quitting bone. Melted cheese on the Danube. Hey, everybody been on one of those Viking river cruises? Everyone on one? No? No one's ever actually been on one. I just imagined it's all just drinking and cheese the entire time. Yeah. Farting hard for freedom. Now, oh, we have a Peabody. We can only do so many fart jokes. We have a Peabody. Now, hey, remember Joe Biden? He does sometimes. The president is doing everything he can to secure his legacy on the way out the door. And yesterday, he signed the Social Security Fairness Act. It is a major legislative accomplishment that will help a lot of seniors and stuff, I don't know. But the main takeaway was when he tried to sing happy birthday to a teen whose grandma will benefit from the bill.
Joining us today, Alicio, a 17-year-old from Texas. Where's Alicio? Guess what? Tomorrow is his birthday. Gotta sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
You just said Alicio. That's kind of a tough lyric to whiff. Reminds me of this famous moment from Simon and Garfunkel.
God bless you, please.
This weekend, Biden also handed out Presidential Medals of Freedom to American leaders in the arts, cultures, and science. The honorees included Magic Johnson, who had to bend down to receive his medal. Missed opportunity to give Joe Biden a piggyback ride. The president also gave a medal to billionaire and political activist George Soros. It was a nice gesture, and I say it's about damn time, because he may be the bête noire of the right, but I believe in my heart George Soros is a wonderful man who's only concerned with keeping an open and liberal society, not only for Americans, but for the world. Plus, he has an ass that will not quit. Another medal getter was Bill Nye the Science Guy, who, of course, hell yeah, there you go. There it is. course, Bill got the medal for his humanitarian work of saving science teachers who were too hungover to teach. That's why they also gave a medal to his partner, the AV cart.
Hey.
There were also honors for Jane Goodall, who dedicated her life to conservation efforts, along with fashion designer Ralph Lauren. Now, you may be thinking, one of those feels a little more Medal of Freedom-y than the other, but don't forget, without Ralph, we would never know the smell of man playing golf on horse. If watching Biden give out his last medals of freedom makes you want to drink, good for you. Also bad for you, because the Surgeon General has called for cancer warnings on alcohol. Cancer? Huh. Well, luckily, I'm a Taurus. Don't go too far. But guys, you can't put a warning label on alcohol. It's dangerous to drink and read at the same time. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road here. Also, why does only fun stuff cause cancer? Can't studies show it's bad to do stuff no one likes to do? Sorry, I can't refill the humidifier and then walk the sloshing container through the house in the dark. I could get lupus. Evidently, according to researchers, there is no safe level of alcohol to drink. Well, yeah, but I don't drink to feel safe. I drink to feel nothing. Happy January 6th, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Congressman Adam Kinzinger, plus a performance by our old friend John Baptiste. But when we come back, science,